there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe. Hey, let's do a random ranking today. I've been watching Ozark. I'm in the last season, almost halfway through. So, that's kind of what I spent my evening doing. So, didn't film anything special today, but I would like to do a random ranking. So, I'm going to pick 3 movies from behind me at random, and then, you know what, let's pick something from up front here. And then we will rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite. I'll rank them here in the video, and if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. I just picked out 3 movies. Let's see if I've seen them all. If there's one that I have not seen, I will replace it with another film. So, let's start off with America's Sweethearts. There's a show right now that my wife is watching, and I'm like working during this time and she's like watching it, so it's sort of a background show for me, but it's called The Staircase, I think, or Staircase or something. Colin Firth is in it. Oh man, everybody is in it. Toni Collette is in it. It's like a true crime story. Toni Collette's character, she was killed or died in a stairwell. We don't really know killed or died or what happened. And then Colin Firth is playing her husband, and you know, people think he did it and whatever. But anyway, that night, if I remember correctly, I mean, again, I'm watching the show in the background. That night, like when they're always interrogating the husband, he's always talking about what they did that night, right before she died, and it was they watched America's Sweethearts. So that's kind of funny because that show is one we're watching right now, and they're always talking about how they watched America's Sweethearts. But I always like this movie. I like movies about Hollywood, stuff like, you know, The Player, which is, you know, the #1 favorite of films like that, it seems. But this is lighter fare here, and I think it's very fun. Julia Roberts, Billy Crystal, Catherine Zeta-Jones, John Cusack. So many people in it. And I think, are there cameos in it? I can't remember, it's been a while. But I do like this movie a lot. Also, look at this. As Good as It Gets. This won Best Actor and Best Actress for Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt, who's not on the cover. Right there. Kinnear was, if I remember right, nominated, or did he miss the nomination? I can never remember. He either was nominated or missed the nomination. But I remember when he's eating I remember him saying on a talk show that the reason he didn't either win or get nominated, I can't remember which, was because there was a scene where he was eating and he like cut some food to eat it, and then I think he stabs it to eat it, picks it up, but then grabs a piece of bacon and eats it instead. So he did all this work with his fork and knife and even picked up something to eat, but didn't. Instead, he picked up and ate bacon instead. And he was like, that's why I was not nominated for an Oscar / win for an Oscar. I can't remember. Again, I need to look at my Oscar trivia there to see if he was nominated or not. I can't remember. But yeah, he plays a bigot, and at the end of the movie, Helen Hunt makes him a better man. You make me want to be a better man. Did I quote that right? There's Kinnear right there. But yeah, you know, just grumpy old man, and then she turns him into a person with a heart of gold. Oh, and he's a novelist in this, just like in The Shining. It's kind of funny. Never thought about that. And then we have Around the World in 80 Days. You may be asking, why do you even have that movie? So this is like the remake. This is not the one that won Best Picture. This is the Walt Disney one with Jackie Chan. Arnold Schwarzenegger's in this. This is actually full of cameos, as was the original one. The Luke and Owen Wilson are in it as cameos. There's many more that I can't think of right now. But this came out when I worked at a movie theater, and I really liked it. Like, I don't know, it was just kind of like light and easy, and just had a old Disney-ness to it, like old school Disney. So I liked that, and the standee for it was really cool, which I still have. I have the standee for this movie at my mom's place, and I don't know. This was, I guess, if I had a guilty pleasure, it might be this. I guess I don't feel that guilty about it. I just know people might be surprised, like, why this? But I kind of like it. Plus, Cecile de France, was that her name? Kind of had a crush on her. You know, that was kind of a big part of it. When this came out, I'd never seen her before. Actually, I think High Tension came out that same year, so I saw her twice, in High Tension and in this. And I was just like, I don't know, smitten. Thought she was cute. And that did have a big part of it. This came out in 2004, right? Because I feel like it either came out when I worked at the theater or a little after, because I had a lot of connections at the theater a little after. Had some connections before too. But yeah, Cecile de France right there. Beautiful. Lovely person. I guess I don't know her personality, but I always thought she was so beautiful. So again, that had a big part as to why I love this movie. So yeah, ranking though, how's that gonna go? We might actually, the way we went through these might be the ranking. Like, I like this, but I don't care about it, I guess. So it's either As Good as It Gets or America's Sweethearts. I've seen As Good as It Gets the most, but I think I might want to put America's Sweethearts #1 just because of the Hollywoodness of it all. And it's just a lighter romantic comedy. And right now I'm not in the mood for As Good as It Gets, which is a comedy, but it does go a little deeper and more, what would you say, emotional and dramatic, and this one really does not. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with America's Sweethearts, followed by As Good as It Gets, and then Around the World in 80 Days. So my question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.